What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing all of the Flash's seasons ranked. But of course, before we get started, make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment any other video suggestions for me. So guys, the Flash Season 7 recently ended, so I wanted to update my seasons ranked video. So yeah, coming in at number 7, this was a very tough decision between, in my opinion, two different seasons. I am going to say Season 7 is the worst season of The Flash. Now, I think that 7 out of the 18 episodes for Season 7, I think were actually pretty good. Those episodes being episodes 1 and 2, episode 5, and episodes, of course, 15 through 18 of the Godspeed storyline. I thought those episodes were pretty good in the season. However, the rest of them were they were just so bad, and they were unwatchable, basically not watchable. Guys, I did do an entire review video for the entirety of The Flash Season 7. I made that yesterday. It's over 30 minutes long. You guys should check it out. So yeah, I went over everything in extreme detail in that video, but for now I'm just going to give a little summary of what I did not like. The Forces storyline, in the comics it wasn't liked very much, and on the show, obviously it wasn't liked very much. I really did not like their execution of the storyline. I mean, there were some good moments in that storyline, however most of it not good at all. Then you had the 3 filler episodes, which there was no reason for those. I guess episode 12, Cisco's final episode, I guess you could have kept that in there. They definitely should have chosen a different villain for that. However, I thought that episode was still decent. But the other 2 filler episodes should not have been in the season. That should have been the start of the Godspeed storyline. Godspeed storyline should have been longer. So yeah, those are just a few of the many problems I had with this season. So with all that being said, I'm still going to give this season a 5 out of 10. Now, reason being, first of all, as I said before, I only like 7 out of the 18 episodes in this season. However, I'm going to give it a couple extra points because the Godspeed storyline, I feel like, was a huge refresher, and it was a very good way to end the season, of course, bringing back Thawne as well. And then the first 2 episodes of the season I thought were just great. Episode 5, Psych, really felt like a threatening villain, and I wish they, sort of kept him going as just a villain. And yeah, of course, there were so many other problems with this season. So yeah, 5 out of 10 is my rating for it. So coming in at number 6, I'm going to put Season 4. Now, I know a lot of you guys, you really like Season 4. In my opinion, it felt a little bit boring. This season, it was just probably the most boring season of The Flash, in my opinion. I really liked the Thinker, Clifford DeVoe, in the first 9 episodes, but then when he started switching bodies, they just completely screwed him over. I just really don't like how they did that. I wish he just, stuck to his chair the whole season. Of course, that's who he is in the comics. I wish they kind of, kept it that way. However, with that being said, there were some great things about this season, such as Ralph's character appearing for the first time. He was a great character in Season 4. You also had the Enter Flash Time episode, which was a very, very good episode. But besides that Enter Flash Time episode, we really didn't get a lot of speedster stuff. I mean, of course, Barry was using his powers like every episode, which was great. But still, there's just not much else besides that, and that's one flaw I really have with this season. Is every other season they focus on some Speed Force stuff or something along the lines of that, and I really like that. But they just kind of took a break from that in Season 4, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. Although this season, obviously, it's a lot more watchable than most of Season 7, so I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. So at number 5, I have Season 5. Now, Season 5, a lot of people have this as their worst season or second worst season now that the Flash Season 7 has come to a close. The reason I have Flash Season 5 so high, obviously, Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash. I sometimes consider him to be the main villain of this season because he did orchestrate everything. He was responsible for all the cicadas and everything. So I like how they did that with Reverse Flash in Season 5. I also like the concept of Nora. I like the concept of Barry's kid from the future coming back in time, and that's another good thing about Season 4 is they had that sort of mystery going on with her. But Season 5, I feel like that was pretty decent. And of course, still, Season 5, Cicada was not a very good villain. However, I really like all the time travel stuff they sort of implemented in this season. Of course, going to 2049 to fight the Reverse Flash. And then, the 100th episode of the show, when they, time traveled back in time to, see Reverse Flash, Zoom, Savitar. I thought all that was great. So yeah, all in all, I think this season is a bit underrated, and I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Oh yeah, and of course, one of the worst parts of the season was, of course, Barry's new suit. Coming in at number 4, I have Season 3. Now, believe it or not, I used to think this was the worst season of The Flash until I rewatched it and realized it's actually pretty good. I like how they did Savitar, even though it's basically Future Flash, but he's called Savitar, because if you guys don't know, Future Flash is a villain in the comics that's basically a possible version of Barry from the future, and he's evil, and he has a similar suit to Savitar. But anyway, Season 3, I thought, it was a little dark, but I kind of understand where they were coming from. They had to, sort of switch it up with the season. Another speedster villain, that being Savitar. At the time, it got a little old, but I think it worked out in the end. And yeah, this season just had a pretty decent storyline. You got to meet some new characters. Killer Frost was a great secondary main villain. And then, of course, you also had H.R. Wells appearing for the first time. His version of Wells is actually pretty good. So yeah, I really like what they did with the season. Of course, Kid Flash and Jesse Quick, their basically storylines progressing. I thought that was pretty good. So all in all, I'd say this season is pretty above average. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So coming in at number 3, I have Season 6. Now, of course, the first half of Season 6, Bloodwork as the main villain, it was amazing. I wish we got some more episodes with Bloodwork as the main villain. Then, of course, you had Crisis on Infinite Earths happening right after that, and basically, Team Flash dealing with what happens in Crisis, and then after Crisis, dealing what happens, with the changes that have happened. And I really like how they did that throughout Season 6. Of course, Mirror Monarch's storyline is not the best in the second half of the season. However, we had some great stuff to distract us from that storyline, like the Godspeed episode or the Reverse Flash storyline happening during that time, as well as the Grodd episode. All that was very, very good, and I really liked Season 6. I really liked how they structured it. The graphic novel complex, you thought it was pretty good in Season 6. Of course, Season 7 wasn't as good, but Season 6 I definitely think is a very underrated season, and I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. So coming in at number 2, I have Season 2. Now, this season is awesome. Zoom, of course, is the main villain. He eventually turns into Black Flash, which I think actually worked pretty well. And then, of course, you have Wally West being introduced into the season, which was awesome to see. Kid Flash is finally on the Flash, and it was great. And then, don't even get me started, the cliffhanger for the season was just amazing. Barry going back and stopping the Reverse Flash from killing his mother, creating Flashpoint, even if it didn't pan out how we wanted to in Season 3. In Season 2, this cliffhanger was just amazing to see. And then, of course, we had an episode where the Reverse Flash ended up returning, which was awesome. And then, of course, all this, the Zoom's master plan, him tricking Team Flash into thinking that his name was actually Jay Garrick, only for the real Jay Garrick to be captured. And then, that was obviously revealed at the end of the season. But yeah, this season is great, and I would give it a 9.2 out of 10. And of course, coming in at number 1 is The Flash Season 1. Now, this season is just amazing, and it's also the best season in the Arrowverse, in my opinion. Reverse Flash is the main villain. He's impersonating Dr. Wells throughout the whole season. It's just an amazing storyline. You even find a way to, really like the weekly villains that appear on The Flash. Like, these are good villains that they're putting on The Flash, and I really hope they can, make something similar to that in The Flash Season 8 or maybe even Season 9. Just The Flash Season 1, there was, like, not a single bad episode. Like, even that one episode where Felicity and Ray Palmer came, that was probably the worst episode of the season, but still, it was I'd say it was like still an 8 out of 10. It was a very entertaining and fun episode. I really liked it. But yeah, basically every storyline in this season was just amazing to see. This season is just 23 episodes of pure entertainment. This is a great season. And another thing I really liked about the season is, Barry, learning all these different things that he can actually do with his powers. And that's another reason why I like Season 2 as well. They sort of go more in depth with that, with Barry learning how to throw lightning and, him with the learning how to, go into the Speed Force. All that was great in Season 2. And of course, in Season 1, it is amazing as well. So Season 1, I think, gets a rating of 9.7 out of 10. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your own ranking of the Flash's seasons. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.